Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Conversational Gems. So today we have with us Caly, who is a sales executive from Bigin by Zoho CRM. Hi Caly.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
doing good. Thank you.
Let's hear from you. You have been in this field for nearly 4 years. Tell us a bit about your experience and describe your typical sales cycle.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for having me here. Sales has been a very remarkable journey for me for the past 4 years, and I've been enjoying my time here. So I get to meet a lot of people virtually in my region, and you get to know how about their lifestyle and what they do, basically. And when it comes to not just a typical sales cycle, I would say an efficient sales cycle. So there are like 5 points that you'll have to keep in mind when you determine sales cycle. So the first thing is, so you'll have to have a very good prospecting about your customers. You'll have to know what type of customers are there in your region and what they exactly need. So one only then you can proceed with engaging with your customers. So once it is done, so you can engage in any way possible. Either you can give them a call or you can meet them in person, which depends on about your timings and everything. So once it is done, so you can deliver your pitch about your product to the customer. So once you have done qualifying him, so you know that the customer is in need of your product, so then you can go to negotiating your pricings and everything with your commercials. So what we usually do is that, so we do have a follow process as well. So once it is done, so you should have a very good rapport with the customer. So he'll once you have a personal rapport with him, so even if there are his friends or someone who needs your products or so he'll be the one who will be pitching your product to him. So it will be kind of a win-win situation. So I would say these are the 5 things that should be in an efficient sales cycle.
Okay. So, in the efficient sales cycle, the first point you said was prospecting.
Yes.
So, what are your preferred methods in prospecting a lead?
Okay. So while you term give the term prospecting, so there has to be a bit of groundwork that has to be done. Whenever you bring a product to the market and you pitch it to your customers. So for that, so I would say you'll have to advertise your product properly, and you'll have to conduct regular trade shows. Only then, so even if it is an online ad or an offline ad, so it is a very must thing that you'll have to bear in mind once you are in the process of engaging with your customers or creating a product for your market. So you'll have to have one thing, you'll have to have a very good advertisement, and then you'll have to conduct regular trade shows.
So, how do you ensure that your sales pitch is, personalized to your customer or your prospecting leads?
Okay. So there are different methods that you can make sure that you can make use of to make sure your pitch is up to the mark. So to my knowledge, I have a mantra in my asana. So I call it as RAP.
Okay.
Okay. So R stands for researching your customer. So you will have to, before you engage with any customer or you bring in a product, you'll have to research your customer and the needs of your customer as well. And so once you're done researching, so you'll have to actively listen to your customer. So even though you know a bit about your market or your product, so unless you understand what the customer needs, there won't be any sort of deal closure. And P stands for personalizing your pitch. So a pitch that I give to one of my customer, let us say who's in Dubai, will not work for my customer who's in Kenya. So I'll have to personalize my pitch. I'll have to make him understand on how it will work. For example, customers who are in the UAE, they're pretty tech savvy guys. So within 5 minutes of talking to them, they'll understand what you're trying to say. But for African customers, you'll have to spend more time. so they are not so tech savvy according to my perspective. So you'll have to take some more time, and once you're done engaging with them, so it will be easy for them to understand as well. So I would say these are the three things that I keep in mind.
Oh, I love it. Rap by
You
Caly.
can say it that way.
Right. So, which CRM or sales management tools that you use in your day-to-day activities?
Okay, so I personally use Zoho CRM and Bigin, on an everyday basis. But I do have a close eye on our competitors as well. You'll have to make sure that you're on par with your competitors, so that whenever you're engaging and you're pitching in your product, so unless you have a proper comparison, you won't be able to convince the customer about your product.
Right. Okay. So, what do you think about AI in the field of sales?
Okay, so this is actually a tricky question. So AI will no doubt make lives of humans better. It will be a cakewalk for an AI to perform all the activities that we do. But when it comes to sales, so AI will just understand, and it will react to what you just say. But sales doesn't work that way. You'll have to understand what the customer is trying to tell you, and then you'll have to pitch him not only your product but also the plan that he's looking for. So in that case, AI won't make a big hit in sales.
Okay, all right. So finally, give us a lesson that you learned.
Okay, so the first thing that I learned from sales is that you'll always have to be sympathetic, and you'll have to be humble to your customers. So unless you're you have a down to earth mindset, so it is impossible for you to engage with your customers. So we sell software as a service. That is what SaaS stands for. So you'll have to treat it as a service. Only then you'll be you'll grow in sales.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much, Caly, for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Okay, catch us on another episode of Conversational Gems. Thank you, everyone.